Namaste, my name is François Gauthier. Many of you know me. I'm a French journalist and writer, mostly living in India, married to an Indian, happy to live in India. I'm going to talk today about the Olympics, of course, because they are organized in my country, in the city of my birth, Paris. Actually, many of the events finished, like yesterday, the triathlon finished in front of the place where I was born, Les Invalides, which is Napoleon's burial and museum in Paris. Now, we watch, of course, on television the opening of the Olympic Games. I must say we were very impressed. There have been a lot of controversies, of course, about the Olympics before, and as you know, there is political turmoil in France. The French president, Mr. Macron's party, lost both the European election and the recent legislative election that he unfortunately called at the wrong time. So we were not expecting this kind of brilliant, innovative, creative, out of the world opening, and we were really, really, really touched by it. Once again, the French have shown how creative, even if it comes to controversy, they are. And of course, we have to talk about here about the most controversial part, which is the Last Supper of Christ, surrounded by his disciples, which was depicted by the artist who organized this whole show with transvestites and gay people and even the child. It's created a huge controversy. I believe even Mr. Trump spoke against it. I want to say here that we need to live with our times. I recently saw a very beautiful documentary about Freddie Mercury, the famous group, the Queens. There was the Parsi, actually it was Parsi origin from Mumbai. His name was Freddie Mercury. He was the lead singer of the Queens, extraordinary singer. He happened to be homosexual and actually died of AIDS. And when he died, his fellow band guys from the Queen group had a huge concert where most of the big stars of the world came. Many of them were also gay, like Elton John, and David Bowie, etc. Oh, in those times, it was very controversial to be gay. Today, it's accepted. Uh, this trans thing, whether you're a man or woman, of course, in terms of Hindu philosophy, you might be a man in one life and by some accident, the Shirobindo and the mother said that it's normally a freak accident. You're reborn as a woman and some part of you, clings to that man's part. So I can't judge it, but I must say we need to live with our times and we can't be, Puritan. And there is a little bit of Puritanism in India. I think ancient Hindus were never Puritan. Again, I'm going to say, look at Kajora or look at the Kama Sutra. So it's a bit cliche, but nevertheless, we see in different scriptures, different ways that Hindus were never Puritan, they were never prudish. Queen Victoria, the British colonizer, the missionaries introduced to India prudishness. You have to cover yourself, you have to hide yourself. And I think today the BGP, I'm a defender of the BGP, uh, also introduce more prudishness, more of this morality into the Indian ethos. So I don't know what to judge that. I want to say that the openings were absolutely extraordinary. The athletes on the board, you can see that they were super happy, all of them. It's the first time in the world that athletes are not opening the games in the stadium, just marching, around the stadium. So this was extraordinary, and the quality of the sport. I'm a sportsman myself. I try to continue practicing sports, but the sports quality of these games are also out of the world. Yesterday I was watching the triathlon, absolutely extraordinary. The gymnastics with Simone Biles, the US team, absolutely extraordinary. So the quality of these games probably going to be one of the best games ever. So let's not, spoil it by saying, oh, but this Last Supper of Christ was absolutely, against Christianity, and you have this trance, and you have, this is part of the evolving trend, and we don't know where it goes. But again, unless we accept it, we live, we live in denial. We live, like people, old people that, oh, my times were better. Let me look back. No, let's look forward. And I have to give credit to my French president, Emmanuel Macron, as well to Mrs. Hidalgo, the mayor of Paris, and the organizer of this game for doing a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Olympic Games. Thank you.